Back in 2011, I set up a digital marketing agency for residential home builders with Sky Stevens. Our goal was simple: to generate high quality leads for custom home builders and renovation specialists cost effectively, so the owners of these building companies could grow their businesses safely and securely. I'd recently sold my previous company that had employed 50 people in a multi-million-dollar deal, and I was determined not to go down the path of employing lots of staff again. I'd created a monster with that business, and I found managing 50 people was just too stressful. Every time I fixed a bottleneck or solved a problem in the operations, another one would appear somewhere else within weeks. We organised regular meetings for individual departments, created regular incentive programs for staff, and even produced a monthly internal newsletter to keep everyone informed with what was happening within the company. And yet, despite all of that, the number one gripe that kept coming up in employee reviews was a lack of communication. I was over it by the time I sold the company. So for this new venture, I plan to scale the company by using contractors instead of employing people directly. However, as this new business started to gain traction, it soon became very clear to me that while using contractors was a good way to start scaling the business, like employees, they still needed to be managed, and that meant employing staff again. So in 2013, we faced a difficult decision. In order to continue growing this business, we would need to start employing people. However, I was determined not to fall into the same trap as before, where it felt like the company was sucking the life out of me. They say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And that was certainly true for me when the book Scaling Up by Verne Harnish appeared on my radar. I was originally attracted to the systemized approach to goal setting, quarterly planning and budgeting. However, to achieve the goals that have been meticulously planned out in the first 175 pages of the book, Verne emphasized how important it was to implement a meeting rhythm into an organization, because at the heart of every team's performance is a rhythm of well-run daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly and annual meetings. Verne went on to reveal that these meetings address the number one challenge people face when they work together: communication. Up until that moment, I thought I was the only business owner that had experienced this problem. And yet, here was someone that not only understood my challenge, they had the solution all mapped out. The daily meeting, or huddle, as it's known because it resembles a quick team huddle on the sports field, lasts between 5 to 15 minutes. The weekly meeting is a 60 to 90 minute discussion that helps keep teams aligned and on track with the company's goals. Monthly management meetings are more in depth and a great way for senior management to transfer knowledge, values, and approaches to supervisors. And quarterly meetings are more strategic and only for the leaders in the business to set the direction and pace for the company over the next 90 days and beyond. The main objections that owners of small businesses have when considering whether to implement the meeting rhythm into their company is that they either don't have the time or it's not necessary, as we see each other all day anyway. However, the fact is, when your meeting follows a structure, they actually save time. We have seen this not just in our own business, but in the businesses of hundreds of residential building companies that have gone ahead and implemented the meeting rhythm. Studies have shown that daily huddles alone save individuals around 1 hour a day in needless emails and interruptions, while weekly meetings help employees to remain motivated and stay on track to achieve their quarterly goals. I look back now to those days of employing 50 people and realise the frustrations I felt at the time were not because of the staff. It was because I lacked the knowledge, the systems and the processes to manage my team effectively. And Sky has proven that by using this system since 2013 to manage our growing team effectively, keeps everyone motivated and accountable, despite the fact every single team member works remotely. It's incredible when you think about it, and something I would never have believed possible just 10 years ago. However, having implemented this system, I can't begin to imagine how hard it must be for builders that have staff and subcontractors that don't use it. They always seem to be solving everyone else's problems and rushing around, putting out fires, rather than working on the activities that will actually grow their building companies and their income. So that is how you save time, by empowering your team to make decisions and avoid becoming a bottleneck in your building company. Can you see how this can help you to scale your building company without getting more stressed? Give it a try and see for yourself how much time you can save by implementing a 15-minute daily huddle into your building company. And if you need some help with getting started, click on the link below and take a look inside the Association of Professional Builders.